Welcome everybody to the kitchen. You know, yesterday I had such a fun trip down to Santaquin, Utah with the Rowleys to their tart cherry farm. I didn't realize Utah is the second largest producer of tart cherries in the country. Who'd have known? I certainly didn't know. So anyway, I went down there, looked at all the cherries going on right now, processing. I bought a whole bucket of cherries in here. They're frozen. I actually processed them into some pie filling that we're going to be using today. And I just used the USDA recommended formula on creating the pie filling, so you can grab that recipe. I also bought some cherry juice instead of the water. When I make pie fillings, I use cherry juice. This is a concentrate. You can get it at the Big Red Barn, which I discovered. I had never been there, down there in Santaquin, and you can buy it down there. And I use cherry juice instead of just water in the cherry fillings. They are much better. So to make the pie crust, I'm going to start with some butter, obviously, and I'm going to get it cut up here. I always use a formula of 1 cup of fat to 3 cups of flour. And of course, on the website, I have this posted today. It's featured on there. And we're going to add that into there with some salt, good old salt, about 2 teaspoons or a teaspoon of salt in there. Get that into there. I always do it in the food processor, and I let it cut that fat into the flour, and voila, away it goes. You want this to continue going until it looks like coarse meal. And you want that because that's what's going to give you that nice flaky pie crust. So once you get that done, you have to make a decision. Do I want to have a little tougher pie crust or a softer pie crust? I'm going to go for a softer one. So I dump it out, of which I'm going to mix in the liquid here. I have 1 egg, I have a tablespoon or so of white vinegar, as well as the rest filled up to a cup worth of water. This is going to go in here, guys. When we come back, we'll finish these up. Fresh cherry pies with Utah tart cherries.
Oh, finish them up so I can come check it out. Taste
Come eat them.
Perfect for a Friday.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chef. Here. Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, they all make their noise for Chef Bryan, too. He pulls out the pie on a Friday.
It's cherry pie. That's what they're hooting and hollering about. All right, let's finish it up, guys. So these are the cherries that I got at the orchards yesterday. I love that. Smells so good. Have the crust rolled out in the bottom. The bottom crust, I don't worry about if it's the perfect or, you know, pretty thing and off. I just throw that into there. And then it's the top crust that I make nice so that it lays across there nicely. And so what I do is I roll it out. I cut a little steam mark in it. And then these little extras around the side, I just fold them under and just kind of put them onto there. Fold them under, fold them under, fold them under, and then I'll get a fork and just crimp around the edges of it so that it seals that top and bottom crust together. Give it a little brush with an egg wash, which is an egg and about a tablespoon of water in there. And then once I brushed it with the egg wash, I'll sprinkle it again with some sugar to sweeten it up. And then my secret in making cherry pies is pumpkin pie spice. That's the seasoning that I put in the filling, as well as sprinkle on top with the sugar. So once you get that all done, it's just easy into a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes or so, or until it's golden brown. Now just take a fork, crimp down those edges, and you're going to have a beautiful pie. Now I have one that I cut here, so beautifully eloquent. I do like a little more wet of a pie because I like the filling. Ooh, I love to just kind of sop that filling up. And I have some ice cream here that I'm going to scoop onto there. And this is an actual chocolate chip. Love that. Get that open there. And then I'm going to scoop some of that onto there and have myself some delicious homemade fresh cherry pie from right here in Utah, using tart cherries from Utah, right down in Santaquin, and the Rowley family there. Thank you so much, the Rowley family. Thank you so much for hosting me yesterday and showing me all of your fun activities down there. Now, this recipe is on KUTV.com. You can also go to my website, cookingwithchefbryan.com, and enjoy a cherry pie.
It looks absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Brian.